Yo, what's going on? Scotty Eaton, aka Scott Free, and man, um, I kind of no, I do wish that I wasn't making this video right now. But after I just seen Nick Cannon's not one, not second, first, second, but third diss track to Eminem. Not only because M's my favorite artist of all time. This is Nick Cannon going at who I think is the greatest of all time. No debating, he has to be in your top. If you're a serious hip hop head, he has to be in your top five, if not top three. He doesn't have to be your favorite. You know, I ain't mad at no one that has any other artist as their favorite. But to quote one, if you're familiar with battle rap and you watch Matt Hoffa's show, Expert Opinion, the other day I watched the episode with him, Murda Mook, and Misfit, and like a couple other people I'm not familiar with. And one of the guys quoted it the best. It wasn't Mook or Misfit or Math. It was one of the other guys that I forget their name. Sorry about that. But they said, Eminem is not better than everybody, but nobody is better than Eminem. And I love that statement because it basically says, hey, he doesn't have to be your favorite, and you can have, you know, other artists ahead of him favorite-wise, but whoever your favorite artist is, that guy's not better than Eminem. So, I just watched this third diss track called The Invitation Cancelled, and the same reaction I had to the last two. I was like this the whole time, trying to listen to it, but it's hard to take a guy like Nick Cannon serious when it comes to hip-hop. The first two with the Black Squad, who I'm disappointed in because I actually like Hitman Holla, Charlie Clips, and Conceited. The other dude, I'm sorry, again, I have no idea who that dude is. In the video, the guy wasn't even rapping along to his verse. It seemed like I have no idea who that is. If he's like accomplished in any way, my bad. But it looked like the guy was reading a verse that someone else wrote for him that has no idea. Maybe it looked like he never even watched a music video in his life because he wasn't even rapping along to most of the lyrics in his verse. Super trash. They're killing it on the Joe Budden podcast. They were killing it. Just in the first, like in Charlie Clip's first verse on that one song, or after he says, "We're five talented brothers to be on one song," and that white boy, he is nice, and then to not only say that, but to add an ad lib after that and say he is, like you're sounding like you're just total. That's like first off the wrong way to start a diss track. Complimenting the guy that you're supposed to be killing, and then to add an ad lib agreeing with the fact that he's nice, not really the best way to go at any diss track. But hey, especially a guy like you know, with the caliber MC that Eminem is. I'm at a loss for words now because I'm kind of mad that I got lost about maybe 10 to 15 minutes of my life watching these. But this one right here, he actually takes a couple lyrics from that one Eminem song from years ago, and it's, you know, Benzino got on him for this years ago when Eminem was dating a black girl. She dumped him, and he, you know, made a song insulting black women, which he apologized about, and he said he was just mad at the time. He liked the girl, she left him, you know, big deal, whatever. No one else brings it up. No one else really has a problem with it besides the people that were beefing with M. So, you know, if the whole entire hip-hop industry can let it slide and M truly was sorry over it, then, you know, big deal. But hey, if you're Nick Cannon and you're desperately throwing a third diss out there, like, it's just, I get it. Like, I don't know how Mariah's relationship with him is. I don't know if she even cares about this, but in the beginning of this song, he plays a bunch of the lyrics from Eminem songs that were directed at her, from Bagpipes in Baghdad, from The Warning, this and that. And I get it. If she's your wife, you know, if someone's calling her a whore, this and that, I get it that you want to at least respond, but at this point, it's just looking beyond desperate. And he actually uses those lyrics as the hook in this song. I'll just skip to this real quick. Here's what they think about. What? Black girls are bitches. What you say, him? Black girls are bitches. Black girls are dumb. You might win some, but you just lost one. Black girls are bitches. Black girls are dumb. What? Bitches. Black motherfucker, what? Black girls are bitches. Black girls. We let you be a guest in this house, but now you cancel. Had to put my motherfucking turban on. Outside your motherfucking suburban on. Protesting with AKs and guns. Our queens don't need your racism. You the KKK of this generation. Okay, KKK, did I take it too far? He's a rap star. Run, nigga, run. Stand in my ground. Fruit of his lung. I don't give a fuck his ass was young. Can't let that slide, that's on my sons. Goddamn right, yeah, I'm on one. Cause ain't no age for white race. Physically in your DNA. Seen you at the BMA. Niggas that was with you, you treated them like indentured slaves. This paper, you racist. I see why you hate us. Pretend you love us, but you really jealous. Wanna be brothers of Christopher Columbus. Hip hop wish you discovered. Now I'ma slay you for my sisters, cousins, daughters, and mothers. Man. What you say, him? You might win some, but you just lost one. What? Alright, at this point, any music that Nick Cannon puts out, I consider noise pollution. Although I will give him some, and this is me, like a huge fan of M and a big hater. I've never supported anything Nick Cannon does. I think he's one of the corniest people in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry. You know, he's got his own show, Wildin' Out. That I give props to him. You know, get your money, whatever. Can't hate on anyone like, you know, succeeding but I mean, as far as being a fan of people with talent, Nick Cannon, I never once took him serious at all. If you want a good laugh, look up his other diss track, which I looked at the other day and listened to, unfortunately, again. But this was actually not a complete waste of time because it really, really made me laugh, like on some real shit. Ima Slick Rick. That was a diss track he dropped years ago. I had no idea about it. You probably didn't either, no matter how big of a fan you are of hip-hop. But he also dropped that one a long time ago. And it's actually probably the best song he's ever done because you can actually listen to it and get some entertainment value out of it and just laugh. It's awfully terrible in the best, funniest way possible. So if you want to check that out, go for it. But yeah, I'll give Nick some credit. That flow wasn't bad, but the angle that he's taking on this third, keep in mind, this is the third one. Eminem tweeted at him twice last week when he dropped his first two disses, and I'm pretty sure that's the only response that Nick Cannon is going to get. He even called out 50. He called out 50 Cent saying to come on Wildin' Out. That's not going to happen. 50 is loyal to Eminem, and I think Joe Budden had it right. Like, they were saying that M should go on Wildin' Out. Like, please. Why would M even think about that? Like, even if they somehow squashed it and everything was cool between them, Eminem is not wasting his time to go on Wildin' Out. That's a complete win for Nick Cannon and nothing but an L for M. Then he challenges 50 to come on the show. Nick Cannon challenging Eminem and 50 at anything is a joke in itself, but like, it's beyond desperate. It's nothing but a desperate cry for help and attention, and if he thinks that 50 would even consider that too, he's dumber, than I think he was. No way. They're best friends, and 50 would never just show any type of unloyalty to Eminem whatsoever, so that's not going to happen. But hey, to use that as the hook on this song, I'll give him props. Like I said, the flow wasn't bad for him, but the lyrics and the angle that he's taken on this third unanswered diss track is just awful. It's not unoriginal, it's desperate, and it's really nothing but pathetic. So that's my reaction to everything that Nick has done. These three songs that have been diss tracks to Eminem. And if you haven't heard, unless you want a good laugh and you got nothing else better to do, don't waste your time listening to it. But that other song, though, Ima Slick Rick, that diss track, the old one. So if actually when you think about it, this is his fourth one. But yeah, and like I said, the only one that you want to listen to for some funny entertainment value is that one, Ima Slick Rick. Hilarious. So that's about it. Nick Cannon, I hope that we don't hear from you rapping ever again after this. And if Eminem decided to walk into the booth and fart into the mic and upload it, it would destroy every single diss track that Nick did. And yeah, that's about it. So that's my reaction to this. I'm kind of mad I even did this reaction video, but that's more minutes out of my life wasted to Nick Cannon. But hey, whatever. He married Mariah, so I mean, hey, I guess he deserves to be heard a little bit. But when it comes to hip hop, if you're going at a guy like Eminem, like I don't know, like I get it, the whole wife angle. If someone talks shit on your wife, you're gonna want to respond. But this is at this point just making him look worse and worse. On the Breakfast Club, they said he was like playing the first two diss tracks nonstop at Wild 'N Out, trying to get people hyped. Nobody cared. Like everything he does is just like he plays himself. My overall opinion of Nick Cannon as a human being pretty much sums it up when him and Mariah were together. This was probably about a decade ago. Mariah was on the red carpet being interviewed for something. I wish I could have the clip, but while she was talking to the guy, I'm pretty sure that Nick was not only holding her purse, I could be wrong about that, but he was in the background. The guy wanted nothing to do, didn't even acknowledge Nick was there. Mariah starts to answer the guy's question. Mid-sentence, stops, takes the gum out of her mouth, and hands it to Nick. Hold my gum. That's what I think of Nick Cannon. So, that's it. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'm definitely going to start doing more videos on sports and hip-hop on my channel. I know a lot of them have been, pretty much directly towards targeted individuals with gang stalking. But I also want to do some other positive stuff too, and not only talk about that one thing on my channel. So I will definitely be making more videos, hip-hop and most likely NBA related. I'm a huge NBA fan. And other current events in the news and what's going on in the world, who knows. But definitely hip-hop and basketball. So thank you for watching. I am dropping a new freestyle. It was done yesterday. Should be on all platforms in the next couple of days. I will include the link in the description to save it. The DistroKid link, you could save it to Spotify or any other platform that you choose to stream your music with. And I will be posting it on my SoundCloud tomorrow as well. So it should be on every major platform within the next 2 to 3 days. So again, I'll put the pre-save link in the description, and that's about it. So for now, thank you for watching and sharing, commenting, subscribing. I appreciate everyone, and we'll be back soon. So later, and Nick Cannon, just stop.